Turkey is the perfect destination for foodie travelers. We can find a vast variety of foods to try, and trust me, you will not get tired of the food options. Even every day we can have something new. It doesn't matter if you choose street foods, homemade food type, or even a high-end restaurant. There are plenty of choices for all budgets. In today's video, we're going to make a foodie tour with only 10 US dollars. And for that, we have chosen one of our favorite areas, Kadıköy on the Asian side of Istanbul. But before we continue with the video, we would love to invite you to check out our 58-page digital booklet where we share the most useful information to prepare your upcoming trip, such as itineraries in Istanbul from 24 up to 7 days and one in Cappadocia for 3 days, hotel recommendations for all budgets in both cities, restaurants, shopping malls, best rooftops, terraces, nightclubs, and much more. So if you want to purchase yours, you can click on the link shared in the description box and pinned comment. If you are ready, then let's discover together how many street foods we can get with $10. So finally today we're going to show you what you can get as street foods in Istanbul for only 10 US dollars. And as of today, 10 US dollars is the equivalent of almost 60 liras. So we're going to show you how much you can get in Istanbul with only 160 liras. This is one of the most famous street foods in Turkey, and kokoreç is a dish that consists of goat or lamb intestines. Yes, intestines! But don't get scared, kokoreç is really tasty and is a must-try dish. So our first stop was stopping and buy some kokoreç and mussels, filled mussels, or in Turkish midye. As many of you already know, one of my favorite street foods in Turkey is of course the midye, and I could eat this every single day. For this occasion, I'm just trying to get a little bit of everything because we are going to try to eat as much as we can with only 10 US dollars because we want to show you how much you can really get with $10, which is plenty of food. So in this case, I only got a small piece, which is 1/4 of kokoreç bread. You can also get the half of it or the full, but it is only for myself, so it's more than enough, 1/4. And this was only 30 Turkish liras, and each piece of mussels was 2.5 Turkish liras, which I believe it is quite affordable. Now it's the turn for the delicious midye, and these ones are just delicious. As you can see, these are stuffed or filled with rice, and the only thing that you have to do is just put some lemon, as much as you want, really. I like it with plenty of lemon, and then you're gonna use this one to scoop it out, and then you're gonna eat it. Oh, even my mouth is watering right now. I love them. And of course, another delicious meal that you can enjoy in Istanbul is the beautiful and famous tantuni. Tantuni is basically made up of minced meat, and you can also find it with the chicken option, but in my case I like it even more when it's red meat, the beef meat. And as you can see, this is also in a durum, like a burrito type in a durum. You can also ask for it inside a bread, but I personally like this one more. And then you can put also this pepper, which is in Turkish they know them as turşu. So you just put it here. Also you will put some lemon. The lemon cannot be, because lemon will enhance the flavor. I just love everything with lemon, and you can take a bite. This food is really delicious, it's so tasty, and it is so affordable. The piece is only 32 Turkish liras. Remember that on the screen we are going to be writing also the equivalent in US dollars, so you will have an idea. But this one, I also love it. I love everything. Another option for affordable foods that you can try in Istanbul is of course the lahmacun. And lahmacun, we already introduced you to our favorite places in Istanbul to have some of these. If you want to go check that video out, we will be leaving the link somewhere here so you can go click after finishing this video, of course. So this is also very affordable, and before the inflation going on in Turkey, it was even more affordable. Per piece, even 3-4 months ago, it was between 9 to 12 lira depending on the place. Right now for this one we paid 20 liras. Still is affordable, but it's not as before, of course. But yeah, I mean, you will really enjoy this one. This is another thing that I like eating. And our next stop, of course, it has to be some turşu suyu or pickle juice. This is also very famous in Turkey, and you cannot go without trying one of these. There is not like a middle point, either people love it or hate it. In my case, I love it, and especially in summer, this is very refreshing. So you can find that in many places, especially in Kadıköy. You will find it here, and I already got mine. It is like cool, cold, and I love it. This is so good. Also, you have the option of getting only the juice, or also you can choose if they want to put the pickles or some other things, you can choose from there. And this one was only 4 liras, I think, only 4 liras for this one, and the other one with pickles and some other vegetables, it will cost you about 7 to 8 liras, I think. But this is also affordable. Now we have gotten this slack burger or wet hamburger, and these ones are quite famous in Turkey, but let me tell you something, and I'll be very honest, this is the very first time in all of these 7 years that I'm trying one of these. So I have seen them a lot on the street, but this is the first time. I said, okay, why not? This will be the time for trying them. And one piece was 19 Turkish liras, and as you can see, it's all covered in tomato sauce. It's quite hot. So let's see how it is. I have never tried it. Not bad, not the best either, but I mean, for the first time, that's okay. We still have a little bit of money left, and we decided to go try some çiğ köfte, which, by the way, çiğ köfte is also very famous in Turkish cuisine. And this one is literally, çiğ köfte means raw meatballs, but in reality it's not made of raw meat anymore. So this is made of bulgur and some spices and many other things. And actually, if you're vegetarian or vegan, this is vegan, vegetarian friendly food. So you should try çiğ köfte if you are in Turkey. So we got it in a durum. As you can see, I'm sorry, but I already gave it a bite. And this is what it looks inside, and this is very tasty as well. Or you can only get the çiğ köfte balls, and you put them inside the lettuce leaves, and that way you can also eat them. And this durum was only 12 Turkish liras, which I believe it is very, very affordable. And finally, we are here getting our last meal with $10 in Istanbul. And this time we are getting the dessert, and of course we have to finish with the best part of a meal, with the dessert. And we're getting the famous künefe. And künefe, this is a famous dessert in Turkey and many other nearby countries, which is mainly filled with cheese, and this is one of my favorite desserts as well. So as you can see, we have it here, and let's try it. This one was 35 Turkish liras, and with this we have finished our budget. We only have 3 liras left, but with 3 liras we cannot buy anything except 1 bottle of water. So that will be it for this video. So this was our foodie tour in Istanbul with only 10 US dollars. As you could see, we were able to get plenty of foods with this amount of money, and we wanted to show you not just how much food you can buy with this budget, but also we wanted to give you an introduction into Turkish cuisine. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and for more videos like this every week, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will also love to thank our patrons and YouTube members for giving us that extra support in creating content for every week on our channel. See you next time. Bye bye.